Hello, one and all. Welcome back to the Adventures of Aventus. Last we left off, our intrepid adventurers made their way from Fairstrand in the Spearhead, a failing campsite where all of the inhabitants have recently taken up to moving back to civilization. Didn't have much of an audience for your grand return and your new grand title of the Curse Breakers. In fact, they just immediately put you to work. You joined a caravan, made your way west to the grand capital of the elves called Crane. Once in the city, you started to look around for Teegra Veraxion, some name that you have been told to deliver this package that you'd received from the Water Witch. Not having a whole lot of luck finding her, but you have found some of her companions, Yowie and Kidney Bean, some tavern hopping entertainer of sorts, a little pink goblin girl with strange growths coming from her skin, black veins and a black eye. Don't know what her origins are, but now you all sit here in the Fire and Stone, a tavern that sits half ruined and half pristine in the shipping quarter of Crane. I'm gonna pull up the map for that. And just very recently, Yowie, the elven ranger, sat down with his bone straight brown hair and passed over a tin to Kidney Bean and asked, "Are you ready to party?" And she looks like she might be ready to. The sounds in the tavern are of a ruckus chorus of people talking and laughing and cups clanking, food being dropped on the floor, every once in a while a dish breaking. It is getting to the hour where many of the staff are dreading their jobs, but all of the patrons are living their best life. The sun has gone down, and the only thing you can see from the nearby windows is that prismatic light coming in from the crystal tower that's near this area. It is like a giant bright crystal, and it emanates its own glow without having to simply refract the sun's rays. And it just helps add to the general air of levity here in the Fire and Stone. And you with your new companions sitting around a table, can you guys describe what you're doing?
Well, is Weiser still out, or did he retreat back to Eos's headspace?
Weiser is still out. He is acting as if he is sitting, floating on thin air, but bent at the hip, as if his cloud butt was resting on something. But he is just sitting there trying to blend in with the rest of you.
Eos is going to be sitting there very awkwardly because there is a giant snot genie coming out of her head, and she feels very awkward about the situation.
After he's out for long enough, it's almost imperceivable, the very thin strands of smoke-like material that connect from your ears to to Wiser sitting beside you. But if one looks close enough, it might look like you are just slightly smoking out of your ears.
This is fine.
Yeah, Kenny being, still swishing the little thing, just looks over at Yao and is like, right, I'll perform, I guess. But first, I gotta prepare first.
Wonderful.
So, you have a
looking forward
pipe.
to this for weeks. Yeah,
Absolutely.
I do. Of course I do. And he reaches it into his boiled leather armor and pulls out this very, very rough looking wooden pipe. Looks like it's been overused for too long, but passes it over to you.
Kenny Bean gladly takes it, and probably the reason why it looks so overused. And, kind of stuffs the tobacco in, pulls the tobacco out from the tin and just kind of stuffs it in there and packs it down. Brings it up to your mouth and then mumbles, right, first step. Now then, do you got a light?
He he looks around. He's patting his clothing. Well, just go over to the fire, I guess. There is a large magical fire in the center that puts off a moderate amount of heat. It's not extremely hot, and if one was to touch it, it doesn't seem like it would burn you. But people do light things on it here and there. So you're not sure how the fire works, but you could most likely go to it to light your pipe.
How far is it away from me? Just curious, from where we're sitting.
20, 30 feet. You're sitting in a very large area here. The other half of the establishment that is ruined and broken down, and there's holes in the walls and the ceiling, it still has floor space on it as well, and it's halfway between that ruined area and the newer area. You can walk over to it, and it's a brazier sitting there. It's a box of wood that has a golden frame around it.
Right. Instead of walking up, Kidney Bean's just going to roll her eyes, and she is going to cast her cantrip Mage Hand. And she's going to take the pipe with it and just kind of motion it over to the brazier to light it up before bringing it back to her.
All right, you do this
if I'm able to do
task
that.
fairly successfully. Just takes you a few moments. It's like you've done this before.
Look at that. More magic users. Some of you will all fit in perfectly, won't you?
Maybe you should learn some magic. You might fit in a little better.
My fingers can perform their own magic.
Oh, ew.
My God. Kenny Bean just takes a puff from the pipe and just kind of looks over at Sal and raises one eyebrow and has this weird little smirk on her face.
Oh God, no! Stop! Ew.
Oh.
Okay, she gets up and begins to leave.
Where are we going? Yes.
Away. We're going away. Don't question it. Just let it happen, please. I'm
genie
begging.
Almost unwillingly floats out from behind the table as she moves more than 15 feet away. He's grabbing the table, but it doesn't work. He just follows her.
Oh, Bright Eyes, don't go too far. I will be with you in a moment.
Ugh. Yuck.
All right. Let's go.
Oh, is your friend not staying for the show?
I'll be over here, very far away, especially from him, because now he has alcohol, and that's going to make it so much worse.
I would like to think I get better.
Oh, sweetheart, if you think that's bad, wait till you see what I'm about to do to him.
The
I like this one.
everyone continues to take up their positions, talking amongst themselves and kind of mingling with the crowd here in the Fire and Stone. The owners are kind of walking around, making themselves known, asking how everyone's liking their stay here, and making sure that the more rowdy of the patrons settle down or leave in a very nice and mild mannered way. They do not like to cause a lot of strife amongst anyone.
I think,
Oh.
considering the setting, I think that Runai will go ahead and partake in maybe a flagon of wine, which he usually doesn't do.
Okay. The wine is pretty cheap. It's like 8 copper.
Okay.
And that's for pretty much a whole like pitcher of it. You can get multiple
Yeah,
flagons
okay.
of it.
Okay.
Now, as all this is going on, Kidney Bean's gonna look over at Yowie as she's smoking and is just like, "All right, sugar, what type of dance do you want? Because if it's the dance that I'm thinking you want, you need to you're gonna need to buy a girl a couple bottles."
Ayo?
Well, it doesn't have to be anything too fancy. Maybe you go over and talk to those bards before they get too drunk. Get them to play that one song I like. The one with the really fast rhythm.
Yeah, I know which one you like. Not the only one who likes seeing me in that way. And she'll kind of stand up smoking and go walk over to him.
Okay, there's multiple bards that are playing various instruments, trying to play along with each other and doing mostly a good job. But as the night goes on, the music gets louder and worse. And we're about halfway right now between those points. Once you start talking to them and asking for a request, this isn't the first time you've asked them before, and they don't ask for any compensation. They know they'll probably get compensated by the tips that they receive after this performance, and they're happy to have someone put action to their music.
Yes.
I could probably, this would be the point where if I was organized, I would play something that sounds like what they play, but let's just imagine that they start playing a very jaunty medieval tune that has sort of a sensual edge to it.
Yeah. As they start playing, Kidney Beans, holding the pipe in her mouth, just starts swaying her hips back and forth, almost like she's, stretching and moving her body and getting ready.
I just picture the Star Wars Cantina song for it. I don't know why.
I'm sure they have a medieval version of that somewhere.
Right?
Can I get a performance check with advantage?
Yes.
Do you know how to roll in the system? That's a good question.
Yes,
so you
I do, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, you had a roll last time.
Okay, yeah.
D20. Okay. Rude.
There you go.
There.
That's a massive difference. You have advantage from the various imbibements you've undertaken, and
Yes.
there is a moment of kind of floundering right at the start, but you hit your groove very quickly, and the musicians start to play a little more on beat. And you perform a dance. If you'd like to describe it, you can. Don't get too graphic.
I'm not going to.
Okay.
Kidney Bean, as her dance starts up, she's gonna, as the music starts to pick up, she's gonna say her little starting thing, which is like, not all that is gold or silver or the city is what. I just had this. Give me a second.
Okay.
It's sorry. I was planning this and then it just kind of my ADHD brain.
Oh,
It's
it
not
happens.
just it's not just gold or silver or the city that gleams. Now your eyes may feast on me, Kidney Bean, the Gypsy Queen.
Hell yeah.
And
Is
she
she
is going
singing
to. She can.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay. Oh.
Yes, and she is going to cast prestidigitation to create these sensory lights, and she is going to dance with them, and it's going to be a very very sensual but very fast-paced belly dance that has a lot of hand movements, and and she doesn't just stay in one place. She travels around the bar, getting up close and personal, especially to the people that start to tip her.
Right. I'll roll for tips. Yeah, you start out on the dais in front of where the musicians play and make your way around the bar. The ethereal, magical flickers of lights dancing around you and you around them. You make quite a few people happy. One, most of all, Sean from a little bit earlier. This older man with like very shaggy hair and very red bulbous nose. He might be a dock worker or something like that. You're not sure what this guy does, but he does seem to have money and kind of throws it at you fairly often. He is very happy that you're doing your dance, but he starts to interrupt it when you get anywhere close to his table. He like comes over and starts trying to dance with you and trying to hold your hand and just being a horrible, obnoxious drunk.
Bean doesn't take too kindly to that, but she is a professional, so she just kind of, dances around it and, performs despite the interruption or somebody trying to steal her spotlight.
Yeah, you can see one of his rough friends says, "Leave her alone for a minute, Sean. You're ruining it." And he like backs off for now. And most of your performance goes by flawlessly, and the song comes to an end. But that bastard walks back up to you and still is trying to put his hands on you.
Penny Bean is just gonna sigh and look over at Yahweh and just mouth the words "help."
If Sal
Do I
can
notice
at
it?
the moment,
Yes, you notice all this.
Toby gets up from his spot and walks over and kind of gets in between. Says, "Hey, bud, I don't think the lady's interested. Why don't you go sit down?"
Hey, Pipsqueak, listen, me and Kidney Bee here are old friends. She doesn't
I
mind
interrupt
at
him
all.
because he called me Pipsqueak, and I'm gonna headbutt him in the nuts.
All right. All right, give me an attack roll with advantage.
Let's see.
Damn. You don't have to bend over very far to get to the correct area for the
Right
strike.
there.
I don't think he has to bend over at all. Not if he's going for the right one, not for the right head.
18.
All right, that is a massive hit. Your cranium comes into contact with his groin, and there's a slight popping noise that
Oh, God.
maybe only you can hear, and he immediately goes to his knees. So you guys are almost the same height now. He is even redder than before. It's just like a blood red mask on his ugly face. His eyes are squinted with pain and slowly morphing into anger. says, "You're gonna pay for that, you little shit." Oh,
Sal's
I'm
gonna
gonna-
jump up and throw his mug in the air. It's at barfights. I got 5 silver on the little one.
I take the flat of my hand and just like karate chop him in the throat.
Oh shit.
And Kidney Bean trying to save face is just kind of trying to get in between him and Toby and just like, all right, I do appreciate the assistance, Sugar, but I think
He
he's
puts
had
his-
enough.
He puts his hands up, trying to block the blow. Kidney Bean comes over and is trying to pull you off of him. And between those things, your blow goes slightly too short of the mark as he puts his hands up and wheels back. He kind of sits on his butt and he's holding his crotch now and like in a sort of fetal position on the ground. It's starting to hit him now, the real pain of a nut shot. His friends come over to him, very rotund, just as gnarled looking as he is, and just says, well, that's what you get, you fucking idiot. I told you, keep your hands off the performers.
Yeah, Sugar, he does have a point. I'm not a harlot. I'm a not a harlot. I'm a gypsy. I'm a burlesque dancer. There's rules.
He knows he's just a fucking idiot. Get him out of here. Honestly,
Please, for my sanity.
a couple of people, large gentlemen, decide to haul him out, including Yowie. He comes over. You can see him like smack him in the side of the head on the way out.
Kidney Bean's gonna walk up and just kind of hug his leg and be like, thanks, Yows.
Yeah, and Toby, just with an explosive amount of anger, has dispatched this guy much larger than him fairly easily. What's Toby look like now?
Oh, now that it's over, he's fine. He's back
Taking
to
a
his
drink?
casual self. He's got a nail. He's got a pint that he's been nursing on. Not overly drunk by any means, just nursing the same pint all night. And goes to sit back on the table.
After this outburst, Toby, can you roll a perception check?
Yes. 13.
13. Okay, I'm gonna roll against it. Ooh. Okay, I got a 12 for a stealth check of a very low-key looking noble on the outside of the bar. He looks like he's wearing pretty fine clothing, a nice raiment, you might say, especially for the area. Probably cost 30 or 40 gold pieces just for the vest he's got on. And he noticed you and made his way out of the bar. And you do pick up on it that he might be part of a an establishment known as the Barkstone Brothers. Is a group that you have a little bit of history with. Sort of one of the 3 main gang associations in the city.
I don't make a mention of it or anything. I just sit there, stay casual for now.
I think while all that was going down, Sal probably would have leaned over to Runai, seeing him drinking as well. And I think our new friend is a little bit of a protector, yes?
It appears that way. This has been quite the boisterous night, it appears.
Hey, yes, but at least there's no trees around finally.
Agreed. This has been quite refreshing, to say the least, and that's why I decided to partake. I think we've earned a nice night for a change.
I think me and you are both a little worse for war. For wear.
Yes, it did take a toll on me. I'm more suited for dark and underground, not out in the open in the dry deserts or the vast forests like that. It's a bit out of my element.
Well, we have rooms if you feel the need to retire early. I have already paid for most of our group. I did not
It is
expect
most-
I did not expect Kidney Bean to be an arrival, so we will need to see if she needs room.
Well, she's probably got her own set up.
Yeah, he's saying that not knowing it.
Yeah. I'd say that you would eventually be able to talk to her and get that straightened out and understand where she's at.
Yeah,
Maybe you
Kidney
guys have
Bean.
a talk about actually staying together over your mutual interest or your mutual friend here, Teegra.
Well, Runa, you still need to meet up with this Teegra, correct?
Yes, we have not had any luck locating her at the moment, so I'm not really sure how long we will wait or when we'll find her. They said she comes and goes, so I guess we just keep looking and asking
Yeah,
around, or...
Yowie overhears what you're saying as he's come back from probably kicking the shit out of the guy outside, and he sat down at the table. He says, "Oh, you looking for Teegra?" Yeah, she's not gonna be here
Yes,
for a little while. She decided to go on a further trip. She's gonna be coming from Andridge here in about 2 weeks.
Oh, so looks like we'll be waiting here for a while. We don't know what we're delivering to her, but we were given a package from a witch for her. I assume it's
Oh, I see.
important.
Yeah, we were set to go clear out a witch from the marshland up there to the northwest. And once we had finished that, some other business came up and people needed to be escorted back to Andridge. And of course, she was right on top of it. So it'll be a minute before she gets back.
Yeah, well, that's good to know.
I want to say about this time, Kidney Bean's gonna walk in on this conversation and just kind of lean, on the side of where Yowie's sitting. That was a whole event. Did you enjoy the show, Sugar?
I certainly did, except for the end of it. But thank you so much. He tips you a
Of
couple of
course.
gold pieces on top of the rest you
Is
get.
it usually like this every night?
Yeah, pretty much.
It really just
I'm going to
depends
like
on...
this place.
I will say it really just depends on the quarter, but if you want a lively show, this is your place to be.
It most certainly was lively, I will give it that.
It's usually people's mouths that get their ass beat, not their hands. But every once in a while, yeah, the city
No, this
sees
is-
all types.
This is the third time he's tried to do that, right, Yows?
Well, I doubt he's gonna be doing it anytime soon. What
Yeah,
happened out there?
I doubt it too. Yeah, so I think he's gonna have to drive for a while.
I saw a blood spot on his pants.
Yeah, well,
that was a
was a
really
hard-
impressive hit.
That was a hard headbutt. Are you some kind of warrior? Looking at Toby.
been known to fight a couple times here and there.
Your technique was immaculate.
It's not really hard to hit when it's at eye level.
You had just the right amount of leverage and pressure. I've seen bigger men try to do the same thing and not get that much damage on him. Nice. And he like puts his hand out for a bump.
I'll give the bump.
Yeah, I suppose I do kind of owe you. Do you have a particular drink of choice, Sugar? Directed towards Toby.
Yeah.
Not really a huge drinker, honestly. I'm fine with what I got right now. It's all right. I appreciate it though. I don't need anything.
Of course. No problem, Sugar.
The owner named Kess walks over, and he's like a gruff half-elf man. He knows many of the patrons that come in and out of here. He knows Yowie, he knows Kidney Bean, and he says immediately, like, I'm so sorry that you had to deal with that asshole again. I'm not gonna let him back in here.
That's fine. If it's not here, he's just gonna follow me to Scalestride or the Equestrian Quarter. He always does.
I don't even think his friends like him. I think they're his co-workers. But I'll do something about him if he tries making another problem.
I appreciate it.
Y'all's next drinks are for free, okay?
Oh no, don't say
I
that.
will take that off kindly.
Thank you.
One drink, he specifies.
It's a get.
And he kind of smiles and walks off.
He never specified what kind of drink it was, though.
Oh no. And before he finds an entire barrel.
All right,
Well, Sal,
we're gonna go ahead.
I was gonna say, Runai's not gonna finish all of what he was given, so he'll give the rest of that to Sal.
All right. Yeah, you guys, we're going to do a little time skip here. You guys enjoy the rest of your night and talk with each other. You talk about, the package that was given to Toby and how she probably won't return for 2 weeks. And it might be best for you guys to just spend some time here in the city, doing the various things that you do, like various research that needs to happen and searches to be undergone. Eos looking for her brother, Helios. Or Elios. How do you say it? It's like with a silent
Elios.
H, right?
Yeah,
Elios. Okay. I don't know why I heard Paleos last time. I think there was some kind of pop. Anyway.
I heard Elios.
All right. Well, I'm deaf. Okay, so.
I immediately thought of the Pixar movie.
I'm trying to recall what Pixar movie now. Dang it.
It's the one with the aliens and the little boy.
Oh,
it was
yeah,
cute.
yeah. Okay.
It was very cute. I cried.
Well, the night goes well. You guys, this is a good enough establishment to start losing your exhaustion levels. Since we're going to be doing 2 weeks worth of different events and things, it's going to be safe enough to say you guys are not exhausted for any of the next checks coming up, if they come up.
Mm-hmm.
But there's certain things that people would like to do. I'm going to start it off with Runai, wanting to have gone to the Grand Library in the Equestrian Quarter. You also talked to Eos about going there to get copies of her picture made, either magically or by somebody, physically doing it, painting them or drawing them, as you will. And who else wanted to go to the library?
I think Sal would go probably later in the week. His starting stuff would not be towards the library, though, so he'll probably skip this time.
Okay. I actually have a map for this. You guys have gone there I don't know how many times in the last campaign. I figured it would be nice to make a cool, strange place here. This is going to be the front entrance. So Sal is here. And Eos is here. and Runai. Do the other people want to go just in case, or you guys would make your journey known, I'm sure, to the rest of the party.
I don't really visit that specifically.
Yeah, Kidney
Okay.
Bean's too busy getting drunk.
Okay. Let's say on this particular day, Toby and Kidney Bean step out. You guys make your way into a very grand foyer. Let me find my stuff here. There is an elf sitting at this raised dais here at a desk. She notices you all walk in, but she's currently working on something on the desk and doesn't immediately look over. But once you get a little closer, she would turn her face and you would see her eyes, one green, one silver, staring over some modest looking glasses. She's got multiple long braids, and they're sort of loosely tied behind her head. She looks over with sort of a mysterious looking glare from behind those glasses. It says, new visitors to the library. Is there anything I could help you with?
Yes, actually, can you make copies of a picture for me? Like, a lot of copies, actually.
I do believe we have some students from the circle around here that could do some work for you.
Fantastic. When can you start?
I don't know. We'd have to go see who's available. I'll go and talk with some of the students and see if any of them could potentially do this for you. We don't have a service for it necessarily, but you could make a deal with one of them.
I would be very appreciative if you could get that started for me as soon as possible, preferably.
All right. I'll make my way to the dormitories and ask around here in a moment.
Thank you.
See.
Thank you so much.
Is that all you wanted?
Maybe some information too, if you can.
She nods.
It does involve the picture I have, so if possible, maybe you could share this picture, get the copies, and, well, to be frank, I'm looking for somebody, and it's my brother, you see. He's gone missing, and I don't really know where to start, so I was hoping this might be a good place to get information as well as start the process of getting copies made.
I'm very sorry to hear that, that he's missing or hasn't been able to contact you. See what we can figure out together. She walks down the stairs. She takes your picture. She says, we don't normally allow outsiders into the dormitory wing. So if you guys would like to make your way to the grand library, you could wait for me there.
Yes, of course, absolutely. I'd be very happy to do that. Thank you very much for your assistance.
All right. She takes it and walks out. Let's see, where's the entrance here? She says, you can follow me. And you guys begin to follow her down some grand hallways. This is sort of very similar to like the municipal house I was describing, where it's got very like grand and clean hallways and things, almost to like a magical extent. Yeah, there are some rooms over here that she goes about. Let's just say you guys eventually find your way into the library area and begin waiting for her. Let's put you guys in here. Runai, what is it that you wanted to be looking for?
Well, he has several things he wants to look for, so he plans on probably frequenting in here quite a bit for some longer intervals than probably they're wanting to do. He's wanting to specifically look up to see if he can find stuff on the one who lies between. He wants to look up and see if he can find anything that maybe he doesn't know about Skaven, just whatever he can find. And he's wanting to read stuff on, different plagues, different cures, medicines, just shit like that. So just seeing if he can find new information and stuff that he doesn't know that he can take his own notes on.
Okay, we're gonna do like one thing at a time.
Yeah,
so I can keep it organized. Sal, was there anything you wanted to research here?
He wasn't gonna go to the library quite yet, so he probably won't be there.
Okay, so it'll be at a different time that he comes here. Okay.
He'll probably go there like last when he's just kind of finding various downtime stuff.
So does that mean you want to do like a conversation with perhaps Wiser or something before you come here?
Yeah, that's what would probably lead to it eventually.
Time skip like during this time, then we could say that this visit happens the next day or it happens a couple of days later, or whatever have you. So let me see. I'm trying to find. Oh, there we go. All right. So you don't know much about this library. There are rumors about it, but you don't know how many you would have heard. Can I just get general history checks from Runai and Eos?
Yes. Where did I put my paper?
I too have misplaced my paper. Hold on.
21.
21. All right. Then maybe it is possible, since you've heard of this grand library before, you've also heard that there are tales of secret areas in the library that hold a much more archaic and extensive list of books that would pertain to the darker aspects of the world and the more magical and divine aspects as well. Right here, you can only tell that you're in the main area, and looking around, you'll be at somewhat of a disadvantage to find something about something so archaic as the one who lies between. But there is something discoverable here.
Okay.
This may only be after hours and hours of being here, after the proprietary woman comes back. Wait, what was her name? Oh, fucking. There's a lot of shit I got open. Yeah, Tara, Moon Whisper, comes back, and she be talking with Eos about getting those pictures made, about possibilities for his whereabouts in the city. But after a while, you might end up wanting to talk to Tara and see if you can convince her to take you to the secret areas of the library, which might be its own thing. But while you're here researching, you do find an entry in a book called Observations of Sleep Phenomena.
Okay. I'm writing that down.
It is a entry from an unknown author around 800 years ago. And one of the excerpts grabs your attention. It says, "The children wake screaming of the voices, always voices. They describe them as everyone talking at once, but also no one. The physicians find nothing wrong. The dreams cease after 7 nights. But the children are changed. They speak less. They listen more, as if waiting for something. One child, when pressed to describe, drew only a perfect circle. Very archaic and hard to understand why it might pertain to anything, but you feel like something about voices, echoes of what you heard in the Endural mines from Wiser. Also, you've got Eos there, meaning you've got access to Wiser as well if you wanted to ask him or get him to help you research. Because that is something, if you remember, he said he is very, very good at.
Oh, yes. Yes, I definitely want to do that.
All right, I'll say, talking with him about it and being in this place, I'll give you a +5 on your rolls and advantage. Just for this particular instance.
Okay,
But
so
you
reroll.
will. Well, this is specifically for the one who lies between. There. I've got entries, and if you get a good enough roll, then you can get 2 more of the entries. But if you want the best and most accurate entry, you'll also have to get to the secret area of the library.
Yeah. Would Wiser be able to help with maybe finding the secret part too?
I mean, that is inherent in the advantage and the +5 I'm giving you.
Okay.
On the investigation check.
Okay, so that would be, let's see. So that'd be a +7 altogether, right? Adding my +2 to the 5?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which of you has a better persuasion between Eos and Runai?
Oh, I got a 27 altogether. Persuasion, I have a +3.
I have a +2, so
Okay.
I would be better.
Okay, I got a 27 for the investigation.
All right, that is really good. Can you also give me your persuasion check on talking to Tara to make your way to the last area of the library?
Okay. Oh, that's a fucking 7.
Okay, you don't get the last entry, but you do get the other 2.
Okay.
Which is good because the 4th entry kind of has everything about it and takes away the mystery entirely. So maybe you'll get that at some other point. I'll tell you this: if you ask Wiser to peruse the archives for a answer to a question, he could find it, but it's going to take him several days. But since this is a 2-week time skip, you could probably just go ahead and get it. Would you like to keep it to yourself, or would you want me to read you some parts of what you find? Because there's
I want you to read it.
Okay. The next entry you find connected to the one who lies between. It's from a fragment of Collected Heresies of the Outer Dark. It's kept in the restricted section normally. But you will eventually come across this text. Maybe someone's left it in the wrong place.
Okay.
But it says, "The one between is neither god nor demon, neither living nor dead. It exists in the spaces between worlds. Where does a soul go in the instant of planar travel? For that infinitesimal moment when it is nowhere. That is where it dwells. That is where it feeds. Do not speak its name in the moment of teleportation. Do not listen if you hear whispers during transit. Do not accept gifts from the void between destinations. The orbs are not gifts, they are bait." The other one you find is Treaties and Testimonies of the Deep Mining Era. It is a Tandridan historical record. Very, very old. And it is talking much about what Weiser was alluding to before. It says, in the year of the Stone King's folly, miners breached the chamber they called the Hollow Echo. Within, they found 17 spheres of green light suspended in nothing. No pedestal, no magic we could detect holding them, just floating there. The king ordered them brought to the surface. 3 miners touched the orbs during transport. They reported hearing whispers. All 3 went mad within a week. The king's court wizard identified the present as Adheg Lagwitag, and the oldest Dwarvish, the one who lies in wait between. The wizard urged immediate destruction of the orbs. The king refused. He claimed the voices spoke to him of justice, of ending the threat of the Underdark orcs, of securing Tandrida's future. The entity knew the king's prejudice, his fear of the orcs who dwelt below. It whispered that the orcs were planning invasion, that they must be struck first. The king's first act was a gesture of friendship. He sent the orc clans 100 barrels of fine dwarven wine as a peace offering. Every barrel was poisoned. Hundreds died in agony. The orcs, believing themselves betrayed, retaliated with everything they had. The war the king feared became the war he created. Within 3 months, corrupted orc forces poured from the mines in numbers that should have been impossible. The entity had orchestrated everything: the king's paranoia, the poisoning, and the inevitable response of the orcs. And somehow their transformation into something far worse. That was how Tandrida fell. The orbs were never recovered after the city's destruction.
Ooh. Okay. I wonder if I should write a letter to Root and tell him about this so he knows.
That's a possibility. There are different ways of getting a courier to take your message along. Now, it might be difficult to get one out to where Root is, but you could potentially find out magical means for contacting someone that also has magical means over there, but it may be difficult to establish that connection.
Yeah. That's another thing I want to just kind of look into anyway, is just finding a way to send some mail. So maybe during the 2 weeks, just also look for something that'll work.
Yeah, of course. Eos, you go along to take your photos, and you're talking to Tara as well. She says she's going to circulate them around the school. There is a school in Crane called the Circle University that a lot of the younger members of society go to for various trade learning as well as magical learning, but only of the most minor sorts. Anything higher, people go to the Wizard's Tower that is much further away from here. But she's going to help you with that. Are you going to disclose anything about your origins to Tara?
Nothing terribly exciting. Just enough to let her be aware, like she really wishes to find her brother. He's very handsome, very charming, a little goofy, kind of weird sometimes, as most brothers are, but overall, she seems to have a very good relationship with her older brother. Just very concerned for his well-being.
Well, she doesn't have any information about him immediately on her hands. she she tells you that she's got condolences for your lost brother, but she can only do what she can do, and see if anybody's seen him. Maybe over the course of the next 2 weeks, something will come up.
Yes, and you have my sincerest thanks. Every bit counts. Every step forward is important. It's just waiting that's the hard part.
Indeed.
But I have faith. He's hard to miss. I mean, he kind of sparkles like gold. So, I mean, someone will see him. I have faith in that much. Like I said, he's very, very hard to miss. And he kind of stands out like a sore thumb, you know?
As do you.
Really, me?
Yes. You're radiant, and I mean, you have wings.
I mean, yes, of course, but I can't explain how vastly different we are. Like, he sparkles very, very pretty, like the sun, like a star. I do not. He is.
I think you may think too little of yourself, dear, because I definitely see a star here in front of me.
I mean,
He reaches out a hand and just like puts it on your shoulder.
She
Says,
flirting?
we'll keep looking for your brother, okay?
yes,
Getting
thank
flirted
you.
with.
I'm pretty sure Eos is getting flirted with. That's why she's like, thank you.
It's more like she sees that you're hiding insecurity and pain and is trying to make you feel better about yourself.
No, that was sweet of her.
Yeah, not everybody's trying to fuck you guys.
What do you mean?
I beg to differ.
Unless you're
Yeah,
not in big.
Not everybody is kidney, okay? Not everybody's kidney.
Hey, that spider wanted Sal.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, that fucking spider.
You're the
Oh,
one
thanks,
grabbing
Sour.
spider gooch, okay?
Yeah. Yeah, that did happen.
that did happen. They would be.
Let the history show. Yeah. Okay. So, we're doing some time skippy things now, a little more rapidly.
Mhm.
Who has things they want to interject?
I know Kidney Bean would like to have a discussion with Yowie at some point, but it's mainly for like what me and you talked about before session. I don't know if
Okay,
anybody else wants
okay.
to do anything first.
So Sal would have some things he needs to go out and get.
Right. You said you wanted to buy some new clothes, right? And
Yeah.
you had gone out and paid for it to start getting made. They took your measurements and began cutting the fabric before you even left. But it's going to take a while to create your garments. Did you come up with a description of said garments?
Well, on that, I was gonna say he actually wants to get a basic set and then one that he figures is probably gonna take a little bit of time to get made, because he would like to see about getting an enchantment put on it of glimmering, one that keeps it clean.
Oh, that's going to be expensive. Have you looked into that at all? Like how much it
I
might
have-
actually cost?
Yeah, outside of game, I have looked into what applying an enchantment of glimmering would be.
Okay.
Stuff that I've found says it shouldn't be too expensive, but it would take like a week or so to enchant.
Oh, I see. Okay. So
Because it's
I'll
basically
roll it. It'll be between a added cost of 100 to 150 gold pieces for the enchantment. The clothes themselves
Yeah, that
are
was about what it
about
said.
30 gold pieces. So let me roll. See what they're gonna. Okay. It will cost you approximately 140 gold pieces for everything.
Okay. And that would be for the enchanted one? Because he'll have that
Yes.
one done, and then he'll have like a basic kind of monastic monk style
Okay.
clothing made. It would be just a nice black with gold lining. The base of the shirt would travel down further along the legs, kind of making sort of a trench coat look to it, but split further.
Is this
With-
not a? So this is the non-magical one, or this is the robes that have
That
the
would be
glimmering?
that would be the magical one.
Okay, cool. So you want a
The-
regular set, and you want this awesome like Neo from the Matrix, but make it medieval.
to a degree, with the baggy, flowy monk
Dude,
style pants.
I love that jacket that Trinity wears in the movie. That's like a trench coat, but it's split all the way up to like her waist. So I'm kind of
Yeah.
thinking something like that.
Sorta.
It's pretty dope.
I couldn't find any good images for it online. I'll have to see what, and AI wasn't coming up with shit. So
Yeah. Well, don't worry about it. I'm sure we'll do it a little bit better later on. I think you're gonna recreate your figure, aren't you, at some point?
yeah, I was actually meaning to do that and get an idea of better what it would look like. But the
Cool.
makeshift clothes that he will order for now will be a simpler leather tan brown monkish style clothing.
Okay.
Big flowy brown, similar to what he's got now, but much cleaner and less.
Let's do a scene
Porn.
with you talking to Wiser. Let's say it's kind of later at night. You guys have been eating. It's kind of died down. There's not a whole lot of patrons this particular night for some reason or another. And it's just you and Eos. And eventually Wiser comes out and sits beside the rest of you. Says, "Is there a plate for me?"
Is it
Yes. Actually, if you don't mind, Eos, could I pull you aside for a moment, along with Wiser?
I suppose. What exactly are you hoping for, if I might ask?
Mostly a chat with your friend. You
Yes,
just
this has been a long time coming. I think he wants to find out what I'm all about.
Aha. Well, all right. I guess I don't have much of a choice then, do I? Let's do it then.
you will be sort of the third wheel. I apologize, but you are welcome to join.
Okay, I'm just gonna turn my back on that and y'all just do what you need to do.
Wiser chuckles. He says, "You know, Eos, if you wanted to put me in a container, I would be willing to leave you if you don't like my presence that much."
It's not that I mind your presence, it's that I mind his.
Ah, yes, I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
I am quite a presence.
Ugh. Gross.
Here, let me pull
I'll
up.
direct them away, up into one of the rooms,
Okay.
suggesting either mine or Eos's,
Okay.
whichever you feel more comfortable in.
All right, yeah, you guys will go and stand around one of your rented homes. There's multiple different houses, like I had said, where some of them go into ruin, and some of them are pristine, some of them just kind of old. Let's say you just are in sort of one of the older looking elven homes behind the fire and stone. Modest, but nice. You guys sit around or stand as you might wish. Of course, Wiser is usually standing, if you can call it that. He's just floating nearby. All right, well, go on with your questions then, monk. What can I do for you?
Oh, Wiser, you are an old being, correct? You have witnessed many things, and you even had the tablet. I have questions on the tablet and some things that it involves.
Oh, yeah. talking of the 10 Dryden tablet that I had? Yes, it's part of the one of the museum. Yeah, of course. What is it that you wanted to know about it?
There is a part of it that speaks of the king being poisoned with a bottle of wine. Well, what would you know on anything related to something like that?
Well, since
Wine's poison, specifically one maybe designed for it?
since our time together in the Endural Mines, I have done more research about the subject. It appears that it is more literal than I was taking it for to begin with. There was an incident where there were many barrels of wine that were poisoned and given to the orcish inhabitants of the Underdark as sort of a peace offering, and it did not go well for the orcs, and even worse for the Tendridens, as you have seen.
Then I assume that the wine it speaks of is not. It was prepared then. It was not just a natural poisonous wine.
No, it was crafted poison. I'm fairly sure. I don't know. The records aren't very clear on that. Can I ask a question? What does it concern you for?
Eos, you might see him get a little bit closer to Wiser at this moment. I will answer that question with another one. A little more honest one. What does the name Blue Dryad mean to you?
Blue Dryad. That does ring a bell. I'm gonna make a roll for him and see if he gets it. Ooh, he gets it all right. He says, yes, I definitely heard of such a wine. Honestly, it's quite insidious, isn't it?
Yes, and I'm going to need you to tell me everything you know about this wine.
Well, I know what vineyards the wine had come from. I know approximately what year it was made. I could potentially tell you of the different ingredients that you could use to make your own.
The vineyards, the time. Tell me now. Where are they made?
Well, it comes from a grape that, well, specifically grows in very cold environments, cold and wet. I believe it probably more trend towards the northeast section of the world. They've got very specific climate that are inducive to strange poisons and things of that nature. There's also a magical infusion in the land, I think, that probably makes its mark on what grows there.
And the makers?
Have you ever heard of the Death Peak Island?
Would I have heard of the Death Peak Island?
Roll a history check.
That's a 15.
You've seen rough maps drawn of the world before, and you seem to remember that one of the continents is called Zeeg, and the area is referred to as Death Peak Island.
And this
It probably
is
grows around the city there, or at least it used to. Zeeg has been in ruins for the last few hundred years, as far as I know. And what's taken up residence there isn't very nice.
He has been chewing his lip quite furiously these last few moments, hearing all this. Sitting quiet, listening to the details of something that he's very interested in now.
Needless to say, I think that this grape probably hasn't been growing for a very long time. Any bottles of Blue Dryad that would remain are most likely ancient and very limited in number.
And what of its effects do you know?
I believe that the way it works is if one drinks of the wine, it is delicious, almost too delicious. And if one drinks the wine again after waiting for a period of hours or days, I'm not exactly sure on the specifics of which, and drinks the wine a second time, it kills the individual that imbibes it.
Yes. And there has been no reported fix of this, has there?
All I know is it's said to freeze who it kills from the inside out, causing death in just a mere matter of minutes. As far as fixing it, probably it'd be some high-level restoration magic required.
It's as he says that he kind of seems to loosen up a little bit. Restoration magic. It is that simple? It does not sound that it couldn't be that simple.
I said it probably only requires that. To be honest, I don't know if a case has ever come across where it's been fixed before. Usually there's not enough time for someone who's drinking the wine to find out its insidious purpose before drinking it again. I don't think there's ever been a case of someone realizing it was poisoned after the first drink. A delicious wine, from what reports have said.
Yes, that is. Yes. I have another question. Maybe
How do you know of this wine?
it is rumored. Yes, it is something I've heard about. Is all.
Roll a deception check.
That's an 18, surprisingly.
Well, damn. Yep, all right. He just nods.
It is as much wine as I imbibe. You come across a few things. But I do have to ask also, your acquaintances. Have you ever become an acquaintance with any one of the Pearsons?
The Pearsons. Oh, that family in the Merchant Coast. Yes, I don't know much of them. I've heard of it. They're fairly famous as of the last few decades, but I kind of operate on a scale of centuries rather than decades, so I might be a little bit rusty on the most recent happenings. I could tell you of things of ancient civilizations easily enough, but you ask me, well, what's the most famous dish in Andridge? I probably couldn't tell you, at least not At least not from this century.
No, I have not been around long enough to care about ancient civilizations and the such. Thank you for speaking with me. You are not as bad of a person as I had expected. You
I'm sorry that you had any suspicions risen about what information I gave you. I hope this puts us at more ease with each other from here on out.
well, as long as you continue to show Eos a little bit on how to clean her ears out, that I can't say I don't enjoy your presence.
Hey, what do you mean by that?
Is your ears not tickling as he comes out of them?
He has a wide smile. He's like, if you want to give me a vessel to inhabit other than Eos, I'm still game. I'm not some spirit here to take your soul away from you.
I mean, I never thought you were. Sometimes it's a little awkward is all. Oh, well, Trill, make sure you check your DMs, by the way. I did ask a question.
Right. Thank you for letting me know.
Yes.
No, I am not here to take anything from Bright Eyes there. She seems to get much more enjoyment out of your presence.
That's an interesting question, Eos. What I have to say about that is there is a lot of lore tied into the existence of automatons in this world and Warforged. And none of it's great. It's not great. There was a massive thing that had happened where Primus of Mechanus, the god there, invaded this world and took all of the Warforged away because they were using bright crystals to trap people's souls and inhabit those things, as well as creating new souls that was sort of like breaking the fabric of reality. According to what Primus had said, it was messing with the quantifications of the universe or the multiverse or whatever. But as far as like automatons, they do exist mostly in Asturza. It is a very like distant place where you currently are. And I'm not sure Eos herself would know much about it.
It was more along the lines of trying to find him a vessel that he could use. And I thought a cute
really
little
cool
doll would be awesome. That way we could keep him with us without him not being able to, leave when he needs to and run off.
Yeah. Honestly, if it's just something you guys keep with you, then, I mean, he could still emerge out of it, and he just has to be within like 15, 20 feet of it.
I'm going to put him in a keychain.
I mean, you could spend this week looking for even like a vase or something to put him in.
I'm not carrying around a vase. I need something I can attach to my hip. That way he's always there.
Right. You can probably find something here in Crane.
Like he's mysteriously said before, has to be something with an inside and an outside, and he wants his privacy, so it just has to be a container that can close.
I think that's what I'll begin searching for, is maybe a stronger container.
So maybe you guys aren't so intimately,
I'd rather him come out of a thing on my hip than out of my eardrums.
The cool thing about him being in you is that he perceives and like hears what you do, so he can react to things that you're dealing with at like any point in time and help you. But otherwise, yeah, it'll be just like another NPC that you'll have to tell what you want it to hear. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. We're gonna go to another scene with Kidney Bean and Toby, drinking, having a laugh, and there is a sudden, strange, incursion into the bar that you're currently at. Probably not the Fire and Stone. At this point, you guys have probably gone to multiple different ones to try to find some more action. Toby has been coming along with you. Of course, Yowie is a friend of yours, but he's got his own agenda, and he probably would have left after the first day or two. If you wanted to have that conversation with Yowie, we could do that, Kidney Bean.
Yeah, because the funny thing, Toby mentioned something. You mentioned Toby to something, and I had this whole idea that I wanted to talk with Yowie about.
All right, let's say it'd be like the next day after the dance that you had done. What would you want to talk to him about? Let's say he's eating his afternoon meal.
Maybe he's gonna look around and like, hey, Yaz, are you have a moment to where we can discuss things in private? I did something bad.
Getting yourself into trouble now? Okay. Well, he looks around. There's nobody nearby. He's just, if you have something to talk about, I'm all ears, Kidney. I just doesn't seem like you really want to tell me.
I do and I don't, and it's not for the reasons you think. Well, kind of. I mainly really can't stand the thought of you being disappointed in me.
Oh. Well, what happened?
I got in bad with some really not nice people. Took out a couple debts that I probably shouldn't have, and I don't think it's safe for me to be in the city anymore. That's kind of why I was so weird yesterday before the performance, which, thank you for convincing me. It did really, really, really help me in my mood, but...
You didn't. Did you?
I... kind of...
You took out a loan? Was it the sand claw? The barkstone? The guilt hand? Which one was it?
I think it was Barkstone. That one sounds familiar, but...
He slams his fist on the table. Says, how could you be so stupid?
I was high, and I was feeling really upset about the whole situation with Sean, because it's happened before, and... I just wanted to feed, my vices, if that makes sense, and that seems like the easiest way to do it. In my inebriated state.
Look, I've been investigating the Barkstones for a few years. They're not just another crime syndicate. They've got some strange connections to some kind of cult. I don't know exactly what it is yet. But you're in dangerous territory. How much do you owe them?
450 gold pieces? Down there?
He nods. He says, it's not too much. You might be able to earn that and give it back to them before you get on their bad side.
Yeah,
How much did you make last night? You gotta look in your purse. You've got about 50 gold pieces now. That would have added to your 30 that you had yesterday, so you made about 20.
I got 50?
Let's see. Well, just keep having good nights like that. Maybe you could pay him back if you don't spend it all. What are you taking?
It's a... I can't remember what it was. It's weird blue shit.
Oh my god. Yanish.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, well, that stuff's pretty good, I'm not gonna lie, but you shouldn't be getting hooked on shit like that, especially if it's making you go broke and do deals with secret cult leaders and shit. Damn, if I can get you some money to pay them back faster, I will. I don't quite have that much on me at the moment. My journey was not very fruitful.
Gals, I wouldn't ask you to trouble yourself for me. I'm ready to do that enough for myself.
Hey, well, you got those new friends. Maybe you could see what they're on about. They seem to have plenty of cash they're throwing around.
I could ask. I mean,
You can find out what they're doing to make all that money.
that isn't a bad idea. Beats. As much as I like performing, it would be nice to not have to be, groped and touched in ways that I would prefer not to be. It's not without consent.
Maybe you could get out of the city and get off your habits for a little while too. I would suggest it. It's good to take a break every now and then, don't you know?
Are you telling me I've been doing too much?
You told me you did too much by saying you went to the Barkstone brothers. Honestly, I expected better of you, but I still love you. Come here. And he gives you like a hug.
Nevian's gonna hug him too. I've just been feeling
he
so
has to bend
awkward.
way down. He's like on a knee giving you a hug like you would to a child.
Nevian's only like 3 foot tall. I've been feeling so weird lately, Yos. And there's this like weird emptiness in my head, if that makes sense. And I'm just trying to find stuff to fill it. Nothing I've taken work so far.
Well, that stuff can make your brain fog really bad. Are you sure it's not just the Yanish and whatever else you've been taking? And I gave you some of that sharp sugar last night. You didn't even hesitate.
No, not that. Like I'm very self-aware. I'm cognizant of it, and that's what's bugging me. It's this weird little spot, little void in the back of my mind that I can't seem to. I don't know. It almost feels like my own head's hiding something from me. And I thought by taking all the drugs and stuff that maybe I could get high enough to where I can actually, maybe, I don't know, something.
I see. I don't know. You ever seen a doctor about those growths? I'm sorry, I know you don't like talking about it.
She's gonna slowly touch her cheek and just kind of look down. No, I'm kind of afraid what they might tell me, or if they even would be able to tell me anything.
I mean, we still don't know what that is, right? From what I can see, it's not hurting you, but maybe it's having other effects. Might be worth going to a city like Andridge or something and getting some of their experts to look at you, or an expert cleric.
Yeah, I guess that would be the smart case. Now, I still don't know where I came from. All I know is that I came out from a hole in the ground and ended up here somehow.
Yeah.
Gonna like touch, just kind of rub the mushroom, the pink mushroom on her head just with her finger, just slightly scratch it a little bit. And her eye will twitch, so it knows that mushroom is actually connected to her. Like she can feel what it feels.
Yeah. Well, we'll leave that scene for now, if you're okay with that.
Absolutely.
All right. And back to another scene where the bar's a little busier. Toby's there drinking. And in through the door come 3 people who are not looking for a drink. They are walking around the patrons, and as soon as they lock eyes on Toby and you see them back, Toby takes off running.
With the drink.
He has the drink as well. He takes off from the bar stool and jumps out of one of the windows leading towards the crystal tower off in the distance. And you see this happen, Kidney Bean, and the three go right after him out the window. They're a lot bigger than he is, so they have a harder time getting through it. But they are chasing him.
On the way out of the window, I dumped that alcohol on the ground, right outside the window, to see if it would make anybody slip.
Okay. You see the last one go through the window, slip, Kidney Bean, and curse loudly and get up and keep chasing them. Something is strange about this whole scene beyond what you could see. One of them is yelling to the other ones, telling them something, and it registers for a second, and he's you could have sworn that he screamed, "Stop the prince, tackle the prince."
Oh my goodness.
Kidney Bean's just standing there, mouth open, and she's gonna shake her head and go like out through the main entrance and kind of work her way around to try and like follow them. Because now she is curious as exactly, what is actually happening.
Toby, can you make either an athletics or an acrobatics check?
Absolutely. Let's see.
You can make this with advantage.
You said with advantage?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Let's be an acrobatics check. With the 24.
Okay. Bean, you went outside and tried to follow them, but they were long gone by the time you got out there. So you just sort of went back into the tavern. And about 20 minutes later, Toby comes back in. You gave them the slip very hard.
Alright, let's go back to the stool I was on.
Kidney Bean's just gonna, watch him from another bar stool and just look around and then make her way over to him. So, having issues with your friends there, Sugar?
No, I'm not having any issues. That was fine.
Oh, you're not. Oh, I swear I don't have enough booze in me to deal with this. We'll sit down. Who are those three men?
Beats me. No clue.
Oh,
Inside check him.
Yeah, roll an insight check, and you roll either persuasion or deception. You don't have to tell me which, Toby.
all right. Insight.
I have a 16.
$18.
Oh, very nice.
All right. Realistically, describe, Toby, what she sees on your face and in your physical actions, and your body posture and whatnot.
Toby is chewing his lower lip a little bit. No shifty eyes, looking at the door again. But kind of sitting up maybe a little straighter than he was originally.
Kidney Bean's eye, her good eye is just gonna narrow slightly. And she's gonna crawl over the table, just on all fours and oh, Sugar, you're a terrible liar. But, if you have secrets, I'm the one to tell. I promise I won't spill.
Well, we've all gotten into trouble in the past, right? It's just nothing I
More
can
than
handle.
ever.
You don't need to worry about it.
Can I try and roll, is there,
You want to try to
I wanna
persuade
try
him?
Yes, I do.
Interrogation.
I'll tell you what, you're realizing in this moment, Kidney Bean, that maybe both of you have dealings with not so good people, and he's obviously trying to protect himself. Maybe you decide to start spilling your secrets to him, and in order to get some of his friendship and security. It's if you tell him about what's going on with you, he'll tell you about what's going on with him. So I'll tell you what, it's not fair to make somebody say something through a
No.
roll, but I will let Kidney Bean roll persuasion with advantage, and Toby, you can look and see her score and tell her what you feel like after that.
Fair enough.
All right. And it's mainly just to get to know him a little bit better, and also because Kidney Bean is nosy as hell. And you said with advantage?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
19.
All right, so now Toby, you tell her what she would get on a 19 for Toby Ash.
Let's see.
And I will say, to make it easier, Kidney Bean will spill a little bit as to her current situation. She's not going to give names. But she will say, you know, I got into some trouble with some not so nice people within the city. And that's why she was off, like, the first day y'all met her.
Well, I think those men worked for my family. And I haven't been home in a while. And my family's kind of controlling. Very, fairly wealthy, if I'm honest. Don't like it that I left. So I think they've been trying to find me and get me back. I think that's what's going on.
That would be why I heard the word print.
No, I don't know what that's about.
Mails. I mean, I don't know. Ask your friends that chase you out a window. By the way, how'd you get so limber? That was quite an impressive roll.
It's not that I've been practicing since I was a kid.
Yeah. You have a name for him? You know, the people that were chasing you?
Not really.
Well, all I can say is just be careful within the city.
No, trust me, they are the least of my problems.
From what you could tell from your pursuers, they were definitely contracted, like, investigators that were probably sent here to find you from your family. They're not very skilled, and they're not the scariest of people that are looking for you.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting.
Of course, you don't know
I
that.
need another.
You don't know that,
Yeah.
Kidney Bean, but you know, I gotta
yeah.
narrate what I can to who I can.
Oh yeah, no. Kidney Bean's more intrigued as like what, you know, Toby has told her. And I was just
Right.
kind of sitting there playing with the mushrooms on her hands, just like, that's interesting. Never meet somebody who has came from rich folk, I suppose. Clearly,
Alright,
it's not all it's cracked up to be.
Not even a little bit.
I love all this. I'm figuring out what I should do with the pacing here, because I want us to get back onto our adventure as quickly as possible. So let's go into a very rapid pace thing. I'll put some exposition out there. Eos, you end up getting some contact from the Circle University, and there are people that recognize your brother as yes, you find out that he did go on an expedition, somewhat of like a pilgrimage, which was supposed to go to many of the big cities in the world, and he left a long while back, probably a year back, and is traveling the world, supposedly, and where you do not know. You get a particular like transcript of what the itinerary was for this pilgrimage, and they should have been back 6 months ago. But between traveling to Andridge, to the Merchant Coast, to Esturza, and back towards Crane, they never came back.
That is troubling indeed.
Runa, you do some more research. You do some research on the great horned rat to kind of more expand your knowledge on what is known. And honestly, that is just as strange and archaic of a piece of information as the one who lies between. We're talking about a dark, somewhat godlike individual, but to the underdark creatures of Skaven. It is something that is probably written within old records of like Skaven civilization, but what is found outside is known that this entity, okay, wait, I do have something prepared for it. Hold on.
Okay. Yeah, and after session, if you could send these what he's learned from all the stuff, if you could send those to me, that would be great.
Right. Okay. Yeah. You end up. The only thing you can find about the Great Horned Rat is that there is an entry from a dwarven warrior that was sent a long time ago to clear out an infestation in the Underdark, and they had found the Skaven race. While they were there, they saw paintings made of blood and bile of a rat with 13 horns. And they killed all of who they found as Skaven, but the ones that survived, the winners of the conflict, went home plagued. Many of them spread it to their families and died. Called the Black Rot. And since that, they were kind of forbidden to ever engage with Skaven again, because even to kill them would be their own death. So they went along a path of closing off passageways to where the Skaven civilization lied. You know more about it than this author does. And maybe you would take out the idea of maybe writing about it at some point. If this is all that you could find in a grand library like this.
Yeah. Okay.
Sal, towards the end of the second week, you are given your new clothing. It is immaculate. You see like the fine engravings of golden thread on the edges and embroidered. Even on the inside, there's a very fine material that it looks like it's sort of diamond shaped. What is the word? Tile work on the inside. There's like black and gold diamonds that go all the way up the inside, and there's inside pockets too. There's lots of pockets on this coat, but it still feels light enough that you could fight in it. And it is the jacket from Trinity from the Matrix series.
All right, close. Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. I'm just kidding about that, but I will say this: towards the end of the 2 weeks, you guys meet up with a very strange young lady who has made her way back into town. Looks like she's looking for you just like you were looking for her. It's Teegra Veraxion. She is a Elven. Well, she's an Eladrin, so very close to Elven, but you can see from her horns and her hair that it's sort of in a particular style. Would you like to describe that, previous player of Teegra Veraxion?
Wait, are you wanting me to describe her? Or?
Yeah, describe what she looks like. This would be, years before the first excursion she had with the other
Oh yeah,
campaign.
yeah. So,
she's probably like level 3 here, like the rest of you.
Yeah. So I'll say that she's pretty happy to be back in Crane. So she's in her summer version, wild, she's got her long, flowy, hair and her branch horns, and they're covered in like, different fruits with little bees and butterflies and stuff flying around. She's very, very chipper. She's glad to be back and ready to see her fucking friends.
Here we go.
Oh, my girl.
Yes. Yeah, Kenny Bean, upon seeing Teegra, is just immediately going to be like, Teeg's back, and she's going to run up to her and literally just like koala, like jump and koala hug her.
You're going to be like, Beans, yes!
My, there are some very lively people in this city.
Oh, my baby.
Right.
Oh, I've missed you so much.
Am I playing her, Will, or?
If you like.
I'm curious on what we're doing because we did not discuss it.
Yeah, you will be playing her. You received a message that your package was ready, which is an egg from the Fey Dark that contains a creature that you really have been looking forward to receiving.
Oh my god, okay. That's so exciting. So...
And Toby, you're the one with the package at the moment.
Yeah. Just holding on to it at the moment. Letting them have their little interaction, and then
Okay.
just being like, hey, I think this is for you. You want this? I don't want to hold on to it anymore.
Oh, I do. I have been looking forward to this for quite a while.
Yeah, he hands you the wrapped, egg-shaped thing, and you know not to unwrap it because it has to hatch in darkness. It cannot have a light put on it, or it will die.
Okay.
So,
Well,
question.
Toby
Bro,
has
what-
finally delivered his package, I see.
Go ahead.
I do have just. Would Kenny Bean know what that is? The egg that Teegra is now holding? It's because I'm curious.
Ooh, probably not. You probably have no clue, actually, especially since you can't even see the item. It's just wrapped up.
Yeah.
Unless Teegra would have told her friends about what she was trying to buy from a witch, she doesn't really, she wouldn't have any way of knowing.
She'd probably keep it to herself, just like the mystery of it, but like, oh, you can come see it when it hatches and be surprised.
You
Just like
both
just rubbing their hands together. We can smoke some reverie sticks and just get in the zone. It's gonna be magnificent, I'm telling you.
I have to say, with the way she's saying that, even I'm interested now.
Well, come along. It'll be a spectacle. I will be happy to show.
I am sorry, I have not even introduced myself yet. Salazar Rastori, at your service.
Ah, pleased to meet you. I'm Teegra Veraxion.
She just got here. She didn't actually travel here. The 2 weeks have been entirely dealing with a bunch of bullshit. Once you reached Andridge, some things that happened there. You actually went ahead and forked out the money to teleport here from Andridge recently using the Teleportantus, which is like a very heavily guarded place in the Royal Bastion here, where there is the ability to teleport from city to city using these magic circles.
Yeah.
And paying like 50 gold pieces per person.
Yeah.
to get from one space to another. So you just got into the city through teleportation. You're not feeling exhausted. You're feeling good. So you're happy to get your package. And from what you heard from the Water Witch, you don't owe this courier anything, but knowing your character, you'd probably tip him.
Yeah, since she, how she always got that thing on her too. So I mean, she'll first offer either drug or drink, whatever preference. And if he doesn't want that, then she'll toss him a little gold.
All right.
I don't know what type of drug she has on her. I have the old list of her collection.
Yeah, there's no telling. We'll just let that play out as it would in our minds. But having completed your delivery, you'll be looking to move forward onto the next leg of whatever journey lies ahead. It's been a nice vacation for you all, but there's still questions to be answered that probably no book will have any hope of clarifying. So we'll pick that up next time, you guys. It is almost 4 o'clock now. We've been playing for a good chunk of time. Let's aim for next Saturday, you guys, okay?
All right, sounds good.
Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah, like I
see you then.
Like I said, Will send me the things that you read because
I'll
I
send you
could
the
not write.
things.
Yeah, I could not write all that down.
I'll send you the things. I mean, it's recorded too, so you can go back and just listen.
Yeah.
And I'll
Anything
upload this
stupid-
here in a little bit. And I'm gonna make it public as well, fairly
Yes.
soon. So that'll be interesting. I'll see you guys later.
Okay, see you later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I love you
Bye.
guys.
Love y'all.
Bye.
Have